Ms. Cheryl Chan.
Question 11, please.
SG Secure programs are accessible to everyone, whether they stay in public or private housing. An example is the Emergency Preparedness EP Day event held at various locations across the island. EP Days are conducted at public areas with high human traffic, and all are welcome to attend. Other outreach activities include school assembly talks and counter-terrorism seminars and exercises in workplaces and religious organizations. To reach out to more members of the public, Home Team officers are also conducting house visits. These visits are currently focused on HDB estates, but we will progressively include private estates and condominiums. We are also planning a pilot program to install AEDs in selected condominiums. This is an extension of our Save a Life initiative introduced in 2015 to enhance community response to cardiac arrest cases. So far, more than 2,000 AEDs have been installed in HDB blocks in 36 out of 89 constituencies. We are in the midst of identifying suitable condominiums to be part of this pilot, and the installation of the AEDs will be packaged together with SG Secure and CPR AED training.
Ms. Cheryl Chan.
I have two supplementary questions for SPS. The first one is, we know that condominiums are confined communities. So are there trials or tests that's being done to see how prepared they are in times of emergencies? And the second question is, how can the community play a more active role to help the rollout of this entire CPR and AED?
On the first question, emergency preparedness is an ongoing and whole of society efforts. We do not specifically track the emergency preparedness of condominiums. However, surveys such as the National Security Awareness Survey have found that our residents are generally aware of the different emergency scenarios that they encounter, and our residents have also been taking practical steps to prepare themselves to respond to an emergency situation, such as by having a first aid kit at home. A vast majority, over 90%, also believe that everyone has a role to play in ensuring our nation's safety and security, and were willing to help during emergencies. These are encouraging findings, but we can always do more to raise the level of preparedness. And that is why we are working, the Home Team is working with the People's Association to identify condominiums to ensure that the message gets to them. On the second question on what part the community can play, the installation of more AEDs, be it in HDB or private estates, will only be effective if residents know how to use it, are able to use it, and respond in emergency situations. Our grassroots volunteers are an important group of people who can not only be the community first responders, but also help to encourage other residents to pick up the CPR or AED skills, and through programs such as emergency preparedness days. For programs like our pilot to install AEDs in condominiums, we will work closely with the relevant grassroots advisors, neighborhood committees, and condo management corporation strata title to reach out to residents. This is very important because the survival rate of out-of-hospital cardiac arrests in Singapore is low at around 5%, and this is a 2015 figure. And so it is in all our interest to ensure that this program succeeds. And so the message is for all residents to open your doors to our Home Team officers to ensure that you are able to receive the CPR AED training. Thank you.
Ms. Rahayu.
Thank you, PS. I would like just to clarify, what are the criteria, conditions required in terms of, in your decision to determine the condominiums that are suitable for the installation of the AEDs? Because this may be something we want to work towards, and I, in any case, would like to offer and volunteer my condominiums at Bukit Batok East for this program.
Thank you very much. We note your interest. We intend to identify 4 constituencies jointly with PA for this pilot, and these constituencies will be spread across the island. From these constituencies, we will need to identify suitable condominiums to be part of the pilot, and we would need to look at, for example, the location and condos where the AEDs can be installed at publicly accessible security posts. So these are factors that be taken into account. And we also need to see the type of management and how receptive they are. And we will encourage condominiums to also maintain the AEDs and equip some of the residents with CPR and AED skills. So we work closely, as I mentioned, with the grassroots advisors, neighborhood committees, and the Management Corporation Strata title. This is a whole community effort, so we look forward to your support. Thank you.
I would like to volunteer as well.